let go.
Sure. Okay. So being we're talking about ads, who here, if you guys want to type in the group chat, or you can just give me a yes or just say yes or no in the chat, who here is having issues with their ads sticking on Craigslist? Welcome, Yuri. Obviously, David, you said you were. Anybody else having issues with their ads actually sticking? Because I want to show you guys a technique that I've used. I actually did this live in a group chat before, and it seems to work really well, and that's basically just mirroring your competition. Your competition ads are sticking and yours aren't. You're doing something wrong. So, anybody else here? Anybody else not having their ads stick?
Luke, I resorted to paid Craigslist ads, and I haven't looked back since.
Paid Craigslist ads have been good for you then, David?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's my bread and butter.
Yeah, and that's my opinion too. Another thing that you guys have to consider is, obviously in the course, you guys have went through my course and everything, and we've talked many times in group chat and then in the actual Facebook group. But there's a lot of different advertising methods out there, but whatever is hot in your area or whatever works best in your area, that is where you want to use your advertising. If Craigslist works really well in your area, stick to Craigslist. Don't even worry about Facebook. You know, it's nice to advertise in a few different places, but if Craigslist is working really well, then what you should do is, if you've got 5 ads on Craigslist and it's making you a lot of money, well, bump it up to 15 ads. Try and basically, monopolize that advertising platform. Do it as much as you can. So you're in Houston, Texas, you said, right, David?
Yes. Anything you do with, if you have an ad with a picture on it, I'll needless say I'm using pictures, but if you put money in a Facebook ad, a picture of the money, it's automatically flagged. Why? I don't know. But
okay.
I put my phone number on there, everything.
Sure. One thing that we talked about this in the last group chat that I had. One thing that you guys want to consider is, do not always use pictures that everybody else is using. Like, a lot of people run around in group chats, and not group chats, but all these free phone flipping groups. I mean, there's so many of them, they're popping up everywhere, and people are sharing everybody's advertisements. What this is actually doing is, I believe it's allowing Craigslist and Facebook and OfferUp and LetGo to actually build an algorithm against us, because they're starting to get extremely familiar with all these common phone flipping ads, because everybody is using the same picture. Like, I've seen multiple people just on my Facebook, and I'm only one person. I've seen multiple people on my Facebook posting ads with the same exact pictures that I have. And what I believe this is doing is, over time, it's basically making it easier for us to get banned, and also nobody's being original anymore. So I think one of the most important things to do with your ads is to actually make your own ads and to be original with your ads. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So what I want to do right now, since we're all here in chat, and I'm so glad that I don't live in Texas, because I'm looking at your Craigslist right now, and there's a bunch of beautiful cars for sale, and I would have no money if I went. Because we don't.
And they're $high cars too.
Yeah, I'm looking at a Camaro SS right now, beautiful car. But anyways, I'm going to share my screen with all of you guys, and I'm going to post an advertisement for David, and we're going to see if we can get it to stick. So what we're going to do is, after this group chat, obviously I'll post the replay, and then David, I want you to check this ad out tomorrow. I'll send you the link, and I want to see if it sticks for you. I did this for another group member, and this is kind of the technique that I use in high traffic areas, and it seems to work. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So right here, we're looking at Craigslist in Houston, Texas. This is where David, it's Cosstack, right?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay. So this is where David lives. He lives in Houston, Texas. So the first thing I typed in, I'm just going to go back here. We're on the homepage in Houston, Texas, and I'm just going to search I buy phones. Super simple. So if you look in for sale, there's 3,086 results for I buy phones in for sale. So Craigslist is probably a pretty big market, I would say, for, advertising for phones. I mean, Dallas and Houston are huge. Although a lot of car ads are popping up, I'm not sure why. Maybe the car dealerships are catching on to, hey, let's just put I buy phones in our car advertisements so phone flippers will buy cars. I don't know, but this is what's showing right now in your area. Okay, so this guy right here, 346-212-8261. Do you have any idea who that is, David? Or no?
No, I don't. Oh, that's outside of the Houston area. No, I don't know who it is.
Okay, so the good thing is that this guy's ads are sticking, and honestly, in my opinion, like his pictures really aren't all that great, but they're sticking. That's what matters. So literally, here's what we're going to do, guys. So we're going to take this ad. We are going to save it to desktop, and we are going to just save it as 123. Just save it there. And then we're going to open this in Paint, okay? And we're going to edit this.
Okay.
So hopefully you guys can see this. So what I advise you guys to do in high traffic areas, and if you guys aren't talking, you guys are welcome to type in chat. I can see the chat while we're doing this also. So basically what you need to do is you need to go in here. You need to wipe this number out right here. I've showed you guys how to do this in the course. It's super simple. Just open Paint, select the square up here, boom, get rid of his numbers. Now we got a nice clean slate. Then what we can do is we can go down here where he's got his phone number. And we're gonna get rid of that. And then we're gonna go up here. We're gonna take the paint bucket, hit it with the black, and we're gonna come down with the letters. It's a little bit difficult to do because I've got the chat thing in my way. So, all right, hold on one second. Can you guys see what I'm doing here or no? I suppose it's probably not showing you. Please move this window away from the shared application. Hopefully you guys can see this. Can you guys see it?
No, not on my end.
Hold on one second. Okay. Can you guys see it now? Now you guys should be able to see it, I hope.
No.
You guys cannot see the paint screen?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you guys
no. Oh, it's just blank.
I see it, but it's there's like black spots on them. I mean, black squares.
Okay, so it's not showing up good for you guys. Okay, well, I'm just going to do this quick, and then I'm going to show you David's new ad and then the competitor's ad. Okay, David, what's your phone number?
281.
Okay, 281.
707.
707.
707.
Yep.
64.
Yep.
81.
81. Okay. So what we're doing right now, guys, is basically this competitor in David's area, it's clearly his ads are sticking. That's obviously, I mean, that's literally the most important thing is that your ads stick. I mean, nothing really else matters. I mean, if your pictures aren't so hot, you know, maybe you could improve your pictures, but if your ads aren't sticking, it really doesn't matter how good your pictures are. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this advertisement and I'm going to show you guys after I get done with editing it quick here, and we're just going to look at it, and I'm just going to show you how identical I made the ads and why this works. Because if their ads are sticking, there's no reason why yours shouldn't. And if somebody's flagging your ads, the nice thing is from the thumbnail, usually people won't catch that it's a different ad. So we're going to save this again as 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's see if we can see this again. All right, hold on one second. All right, can you guys see my screen now?
Yep.
Not sure why, but sometimes it doesn't allow me to share like editing programs. So right here, guys, this is the competitor's ad. Now he's got his phone number here in red. I didn't do red, I did black because I want it to be a little bit different. But you'll see down here with the phone number, I pretty much copied it identical. I actually made it a little bit smaller. That way it's centered. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go on Craigslist for you, and I'm gonna actually post this ad for you. So another thing that you want to do when you guys post ads or when you guys go to copy somebody's ad, you want to look where they are posting in Craigslist. So you're going to see a little thing here. Some people have this enabled, some people don't. But you want to click this thing right down here. You see on my screen, guys, where it says more ads by this user. Let's see how many ads this competitor actually has that's actually sticking. So we're going to click this thing down here, more ads by this user. Look at this. Look at all this guy's ads. These are all sticking. So this guy's got, I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, counting by fives here. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. This guy's like got like 50 ads. He's doing exactly what I, say for you guys to do. You got to try and get up to that 30 to 50 ad range. all of his ads are sticking. So in my opinion, he's either having somebody else post them for him, or he's just really avident about reposting his ads and getting them to stick. The nice thing is, if he's got somebody out there flagging everybody else's ads, when you copy his ad exactly, your ad should stick. Now, the other thing that you guys want to pay attention to, when you guys look up in the top left, you want to see, after you've clicked more ads by this user, you want to review a couple of their ads and see which category they actually posted them in Craigslist. So you can see he posted in Dallas, or not Dallas, but Texas, in Houston, for sale, cell phones by dealer. So this is, in fact, a paid advertisement because you can't do ads by dealer unless they're paid. Let's click another one of his ads, guys. So another one is by dealer. Okay, here's another one. Just clicking these at random. By dealer in the top left. You see that? So all of this guy's ads that are sticking, these are actually paid advertisements, guys. So that's why I'm saying paid advertisements on Craigslist is probably the best way to advertise. Although this guy spent a decent amount of money, all of these ads are sticking right now. And even though he might have 45 ads up, if we do 45 times $5, he only spent $225 on ads. So really all he has to get is 1 or 2 phone flips, and that's going to pay for all of his advertising, and everything else at the end of the month is all profit. Does that make sense, everybody?
Robert Charles, how about that?
Yeah, it could be.
Could be. Really good possibility. I don't think he's so in depth with the phones anymore, but anyway, could be.
Yeah, it's very possible. I don't know how much he does phones anymore, but it's possible, you know. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to post an ad, and I'm going to post this ad for you. So we're going to do for sale by dealer, and we're going to go to, let's see here. Guess you don't have, should be a mobile phones area. Cell phones. I guess we'll do cell phones instead of mobile phones. And I also noticed, I don't know if it's less money in your area, but your Craigslist ads are only $3 per post. So, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that. So we're going to go back to Craigslist Houston here. Let's see, Craigslist Houston. And we're going to do I buy phones. And we're going to literally copy this guy's advertisements. And we're going to see what happens. So right here, we're going to copy his advertisement exactly to the T. And then we're going to do price. His price is 9281. We'll do 9281. Location, we'll do Houston. What's the zip code for Houston?
Just do 77521.
Okay, awesome. And then we're going to literally go right here. We're going to just copy everything he's got. It's that simple. And it works, I'm telling you. Now, obviously, you don't do screen repairs, so you definitely want to get rid of that. So let's see here. First, we buy your cell phone, iPad, laptop, and so on. Our service guarantee, low price repair. We'll take that off. We'll take off these guarantees. We don't really need this. So he keeps talking about repairs for some reason, but we're not here for repairs. So we're going to take off some of this stuff. This guy does pretty cheap repairs. You could probably use him and then flip the phones after you repair them. Let's see here.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, like pretty cheap. So he also unlocks phones. That's wonderful and everything. But this guy is actually really spammy in my opinion. I mean, he's kind of spammy. What's your phone number again?
281.
281.
707. 707. 6481.
481. Okay. Contact David. All right. And then no replies to this email because this is my email that we're using. So, all right.
Yeah.
So we'll bump all this back up. That way it actually looks nice. And then we'll put your phone number here again. And then location, we will put Houston, Texas, 77521. So obviously you got to change a little bit with our advertisements, guys. And this guy is not to mention he's also advertising for repairs, so it's a little bit different. But we've got your contact in there twice, David, and then now is to go over to the picture. So location, we'll put Houston again. Oops. Mobile, iOS, we'll just do, and then I always do, like, just do good condition. So just kind of
is color a factor?
As far as images, or what do you mean?
yeah, as far as the images, I mean, versus using red, green, to highlight it versus black, and making it look generic.
I think that colors do matter. I definitely think that they matter.
Okay, catches the eye.
Definitely, absolutely.
Yep.
So right now we're gonna go here, show in folder. We're gonna add images, and here we go, guys. So this is my ad that we just made right here, and then here's the competitors. So literally, his picture is absolutely identical to what David's ad is now. So if this guy's out there flagging everybody's ads, if you copy his ad one for one, you're not going to get your ads banned anymore. And we tested this with a student, Joshua Rico, his name is. He was live on the chat. I paid $5 for his ad. That's a gratuity gift from me, I guess. And it will be tonight as well for you, David. It's just one on me. That it worked. He's in California, and he was having really hard problems with it sticking. And then we started copying competitors' ads, and he actually got around 4 leads off of the ad and ended up making like $400 or $500 off of it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we're going to publish this ad. I'm going to have to go get my this posting is being blocked. Okay. So I guess we cannot post, might not be able to post from my account, David, because this Craigslist account that I'm trying to post from, it was recently banned because I posted too many ads too far away, and Craigslist contacted me and suspended my account. But what I would like you to do, it's kind of too bad I actually wanted to post that for you.
Okay.
I will send you this advertisement right here on Craigslist, and then what I want you to do is go out there and go post this, and let me know how it goes, and make a post about it in the group if you would.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
It's probably a good idea that I actually don't post that ad because I want to show you guys something, being around the Craigslist topic. So you guys can see my Craigslist advertising account right here, and it shows that there is no post. So this onecallsellit@gmail.com, this is actually my original Craigslist account. This is my first one that I ever made, and I've had tons of posts on it. And after I posted a few ads on this account for a couple different students, Craigslist actually banned my account. Like, they perma-banned it. And when I tried to log in, it just basically said that this account is locked, and if you want it back, or basically if you want it restored, you need to contact us. So I contacted them, and they messaged me on my email, and they basically said, what company are you advertising for, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'm a sole individual. You know, I buy and resell smartphones and electronics, and I advertise, all over the USA. After they got my email, they restored my account within like 24 hours, and I haven't posted an ad on it yet. So posting that ad in Texas probably wasn't a good idea. But what I find funny, everybody, is that when they banned my account, I tried to get it back immediately because this is one that I typically use for phone flipping ads. And it took them like 4 months to get back to me. So I had to make a bunch of different email accounts. Like, I've got 2 calls sell it all, 3 calls sell it all, 4 calls sell it all. But this is my original one, and I also post car flips on this one. And yeah, Craigslist totally banned it. So it's kind of interesting. So something to keep in mind, guys. I guess be careful if you are doing somebody a favor. Make sure you're not posting ads from super far away. So
excellent. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet, David. It definitely should help. So other than that, is there anybody else that is having issues with Craigslist or, ad sticking on other platforms, or any kind of issues with phone flipping? It's an open chat too, guys. So if anybody's got any comments tonight or wants to talk about anything, we can talk about whatever. You don't have to have your microphones muted. It's kind of an open business chat because, I mean, we've done over 65 chats now about phone flipping, and I mean, there's really not much more we can talk about. Until somebody comes out with a new advertising platform for phone flipping, I don't think we'll have much to talk about, honestly, other than just day-to-day problems.
I got a question.
Sure, what's up, Yuri?
I got a friend. He says that he wants to sell his car, that he needs help selling his car, and I said, well, you're on your own, because I don't know how to sell cars. But he knows that I'm a reseller. But
Okay.
he offered to sell his car, but I'm not really too techy on that.
What kind of car is it?
Exactly. I don't even know like cars like that. Phones and electronics, yeah, but cars. I think it's an old. I don't even know. It's a 4-wheel Honda, but I don't know exact model. Probably 205.
2005 Honda Accord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one.
Okay, it's a really common Honda. Yeah, I mean, what are you asking, I guess, or what's your question?
How do you? Well, I know you can sell them on eBay. I've never actually sold a card on eBay.
Okay, do not sell a car on eBay. That's my first recommendation. What I would do is I would take some pictures, preferably not pictures like this because these pictures suck. And I would just take some really good pictures of the car, and I would list it on Craigslist, and then I would go to kellybluebook.com, and I would look up what the fair value is it for a car that's in good condition. And I would just put it about, you can put it about $500 to $600 above Kelly Blue Book. And then all you do is you type up a nice description and just basically put that you're asking example $4,500 or best offer. And then hopefully you get somebody that's reasonable. And since you're priced $500, over Blue Book value, you might get somebody that'll come there and pay you the value if they like the car, or they might, offer you $500-600 less. But since you kind of overpriced it in the first place, you can go down a little bit and negotiate with them. And then another thing that I would do as far as like if you want to take really nice pictures, Yuri, what you should do is you should take the pictures around 6 to 8 p.m. towards the evening when the sun is kind of starting to go down, because a lot of cars look a lot nicer when you take the pictures later at night. So one example, I guess I could just show you guys quick. I'll share my screen so you guys here. Hold on. Let's see. If you have a car that has like a darker paint scheme, like one that's either black or like dark maroon or dark blue, I'll show you. Let's see here. This is a picture of my truck. Show you guys here. It's a pretty nice truck. I took this picture later at night in the evening, and what you guys will notice is it just looks flawless, and it's just really appealing to whoever's going to be looking at my ad. But this picture was taken at like 8 o'clock at night, and it was just taken outside of a car wash. But you can see that at this time of night with that dark paint scheme, with the dark color, obviously my truck is black. But it's just, it's really pretty. You're not going to see any scratches. You're not going to see any sun fade or anything like that. So you want to take your pictures later at night. And that's what I've done with every car that I flip. And when you flip cars, it's best to just take, pictures late at night. So, or later in the evening, I should say. Yuri, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Just muted myself.
Okay. Yeah, so does that kind of help you out a little bit or give you some tips on that? That's just personally what I do, and I mean, I've flipped quite a few cars, so.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Has he talked about, does he want to like give you like a percentage for selling the car?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of percentage does he want to give you?
20.
Okay. I would say, I guess I don't know how many miles are on it, but I mean, if it's, a few $1,000s, I think a 20 to 30% commission is definitely fair. So, I mean, if it's a $5,000 car, you get 20%, you'll make $1,000. So I would say go for it. Try something new. So let me know if you need any help with that when you post the pictures or if you want any advice. So.
Okay, I will.
Awesome. Anybody else have any problems, any questions, business-related stuff you want to talk about? Says awesome.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, David, what's up?
Hey, I was going to ask you if you could give any advice on buying a cell phone repair store.
Buying from a smartphone repair store?
No, actually buying a smartphone repair store.
Oh. Okay. Give us some details, I guess.
Do you have an idea? Well, I have an opportunity to buy a cell phone repair store. I've never bought a business. I've only, started my own business. I guess probably one knowing how to evaluate the actual fair market price for buying a store like this. I've seen different ways that brokers will evaluate it from gross sales, average gross sales over 3 years, or earnings based on earnings, based on gross sales, or maybe a combination of several different variables. But so yeah, I guess my first question would be, do you have a good idea of how to evaluate? And I know every industry is different too. Every small business industry is going to be different. Maybe they're not all evaluated on the same basis. So that's kind of my first question. And then, any other thoughts about having a cell phone business like that? Just looking for, ways to critique this.
Sure.
This.
As far as your decision, I guess I got 3 questions. Money talks. How much money do they want for this business? And are you going to be buying just the business, or are you going to actually be purchasing a building with land, or are you just buying the name, the inventory, and then you still have to pay rent each month?
Yes, I'm buying. Well, okay, I'm buying a business. I'm buying a name. I'm buying a very nice rental contract. I'm buying about $300,000 in gross annual sales for the last 3 years.
Okay.
It's already staffed with 2 full-time and a part-time employee. It's a great location. 5-star reviews on Google, 5-star reviews on Yelp. It's got a lot of good things going for it.
Okay. How much do they want for that?
$275,000.
Okay, $275,000. And so a mortgage payment on $275,000 is probably going to be around $2,500 a month. So $2,500 a month, and then do you know how much the rent is for the actual building?
It's $1,000.
Okay, so you have to ask yourself, so that's $3,500 a month in overhead you're going to be exposing yourself to. Does he says that his business grows $300,000 in the last 12 months, so 1 year. So as far as an analogy, as far as the income to purchase price, it doesn't sound like a bad purchase at all. But the question is, of that $300,000, has he revealed yet what the net income is of that business after employees?
Yeah, so he's been very open with me about his sales. I mean, he shared all that information. QuickBooks, got all the QuickBooks reports, got the last 3 years tax returns. Very transparent. I feel really good about the person that he is. So I have a good relationship with him so far, as much as we've talked and as much as I've seen, at his store. His employees have been with him for 5.5 years and 4.5 years respectively. So,
okay.
He's had some good retention.
What kind of net income does he make each month?
I think it'd be easier for me to break it down annually. It's about $120,000. That's all labor.
So that's all profit, $120,000.
Right.
Okay. If his numbers are legitimate, you're gonna make $120,000 net each year. Plus, and now does he buy phones and then resell them also, or does he just do repairs?
No, he only does repairs. So I would be able to add, at least by and large, I'd be kind of relocating, so I wouldn't be working in the same area, but I would be able to add a significant revenue just with buying and selling.
Exactly. You would have to repair and you get to buy and sell. So here's my opinion, I guess, on the short. we're looking at $120,000 net. And that means in 3 years, you could have $360,000 net. If you played your cards right and you were smart with that net profit, you could probably have that business almost completely paid off in 2 years. And then from there on out, you basically got to figure you've got a $120,000 net business, for the rest of your life, and it's paid for. Over the next 10 years, that's over $1 million. You'll be a millionaire. I mean, a 10-year plan is not a bad plan. And then if you implement buying and reselling smartphones out of that store and it's a good location, you might make even more money. So my advice, I guess, is just make sure you double check everything. Make sure he's not pulling one over on you. I would definitely get an attorney involved or possibly a tax accountant just to make sure. And then also you could try and offer maybe $250,000 or just try and offer less, I guess. But the other thing is you don't want to offend him and then make him not want to sell it to you because, realistically, I mean, if he's making $120,000 net a year, those are pretty good numbers. I mean, that's a very profitable business. If that's his actual net income, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's over 6 figures. 300,000, that's cool. It's gross, but the $120,000 net after all expenses, that's very impressive. That's the thing that I would want to confirm. I would want, just to confirm that a few times over, just because of the fact that if that's not legitimate, that pretty much crumbles the whole deal, in my opinion. Like if he's not making that net, I wouldn't consider the business worth what he's asking. Right. But if he is making that net, I think that would be a really good investment, and I would definitely go for it. I guess the other thing, you kind of said advice on it. Really, you know how to run a business. You're a smart guy, David. So I think what you should ask is, if you do make this deal happen and everything checks out correctly, I would ask the phone store owner if he would be willing to stick around for the next 3 months or the next 6 months even, because there is one thing which is called the shock factor in business. When a new owner comes into a brick and mortar business. What were you going to say?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm driving and you cut out maybe like a minute before you started to say something like, if everything checks out good, and then I lost you.
Okay, I was just going to say, if everything checks out good, I would do it, but there's one thing to be careful. It's called the shock factor. When you own a brick and mortar business and somebody gets used not less somebody gets used to it, but all the customers get used to dealing with one person, like as in the owner, you need to watch out for the shock factor. If you just come in as the new guy and none of the customers own you, and they come in, and let's just say the old business owner's name was Jacob. Everybody comes in and says, yeah, hey, where's Jacob? And you're just like, oh, I'm David, I'm the new owner. And they're like, oh, well, we were here for Jacob. And they might just walk out. Sounds crazy, but what I think would be best is a lot of times when it comes to buying a brick and mortar business, to avoid the shock factor, you need to see if you could offer him, like I said, see if you can get it for a little better price, because, there's nothing wrong with that, but be fair to him. And then second, tell him you're willing to purchase the business, but on a contingency that he stays there for another 6 months, and that you get to work with him side by side, and that he comes in a few days a week. That way he can kind of introduce the customers to you and let them know, hey, you're going to be taking over the store. That way the customer base doesn't feel like, oh, the old owner just sold it, he's gone, because that ticks customers off too. It sounds silly, but believe me, it's really important when it comes to brick and mortar business. It's a little bit different than what we do, just buying from people off the streets.
Right.
So that would be my biggest thing. And then I would ask him, why is he selling, I guess? He's got a good business there. Why doesn't he just hire somebody as a manager instead of selling it? That would be my question.
Yeah. Basically, he has try to keep it short. He basically has a passion he's wanted to pursue, and he's just ready to get out.
Makes
and
sense.
He would rather just sell instead of having that tie to it and having to put whatever energy he would have to put into it. He just really wants a clean break from it. So that's the main reason.
Definitely. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, yeah, does that kind of help you out, David?
Yeah, it does. Thanks a lot, Luke. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet. If you ever got any
wait.
questions, you're welcome to message, my man.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I think one last question then would be, do you know of a good way to, or a good, I don't know the right terminology, I think a small business brokerage, or is there do you know of anything in the cell phone industry? Is there like a niche that focuses on selling cell phone repair stores? I'm just trying to get a good idea so that I can be intelligent on maybe, responding with maybe a little counter offer and saying, this is kind of what I have found is kind of the going rate, or this is how most repair stores are valued.
Sure. I'll tell you what.
They're sold.
I've got a guy that has done over 6 figures in the repair industry. He has his own repair store, and I want to say he nets around like 20 grand a month. So he does really, really, really well. I can send you his name, and he does consultation calls with people all the time. I think he charges like $100, but I'm sure he could answer every question you'd ever want to know about the repair industry. I know about business. I mean, I can give you business advice all day on actually buying it, but when it comes to evaluating a repair business, he's probably going to have more specific details for you that might be important. Right. And I think investing $100 into his consultation call, I think that would be a really smart investment, given you're, playing around with $275,000, which is, basically $250,000.
Yeah, absolutely. So, that'd be great. I would love that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll send him your way, David, and I'll connect you guys on Messenger.
Thanks a lot, man.
You bet. Yeah, of course. Zom, you said that you had a question now. What's up, my man?
Hey, man. Thanks for your time again.
Of course.
Hey, listen. I wanted to ask about PayPal Capital. Have you ever used it, or would you recommend it at all?
I personally have not. I have not used PayPal Capital. I guess I've been fortunate enough to have enough capital saved up, or I've not needed it. Cool. You could try using it. I know a couple people that have tried. They have pretty, I don't know, they seem to have kind of steep, requirements. I mean, you got to kind of be selling for a long time. Either that, or they'll only give you like $1,000. So I guess it just depends on how much you need. But in my opinion, I would give it a shot. I mean, there's no reason not to try it. So the worst thing that can happen is after you get the money, if you think about it and you don't like the terms, you can always pay it back instantly. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sounds good. Yep. Perfect.
Yeah. And then the nice thing about PayPal Credit is too, it's not, like interest. It's just a flat fee basically that you pay back. So I think it's a decent thing.
Yeah. I did some research, and it seems like it's a little high for the business we do, because we get a lot of gross income.
Yeah.
And since it's a lot higher than I was thinking, and the fees are around like if I'll be getting around 20,000, I'll be paying. If I'm paying back, it seems like around 20% or something like that. I have to do more research about it. Yeah. Let me do that and see what they offer, and see that. I think they'll do everything. They'll show how much they'll charge for using the capital.
For sure. Yeah, if you want, Zam, I mean, that's what the paid Facebook group guys is for. If you guys ever have any detailed questions on anything or something that kind of requires a screenshot, make sure you guys are using our paid group. I know there's so many groups out there and life gets busy, but our paid group guys, it's really beneficial to be posting stuff, just to help each other out and just to give everybody ideas, because, you might be right. If what you should do is after the group chat, get some of those details and make a post in our paid group, and I'll gladly check it out for you. My advice, if it is 15 or 20% on 20 grand, absolutely not. That's way too high. Like Warren Buffett says, you can't make any money by paying 10% interest, and if they want to charge 15 to 20, absolutely not. So.
If it's anything below 10%, I should be good. I think
that would be reasonable.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Luke.
Yeah, you bet, Azam. Well, guys, we are coming up on 43 minutes here, so we're probably going to close the group chat down. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I hope to see all of you guys and more next Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time. We will do another one. So thanks for coming out, everybody. Have an awesome rest of your Sunday, and have a great flipping week, pun intended. So we'll see you guys later.